cooking this next grenade, and he's going to do another opposed roll to he's going to do another opposed roll to try and get his leg free so he can pop this grenade in. So then they shoot up through the hole and luckily manage to finish off the last of his health to knock him off the damn thing. And his leg kind of slides in free of his body just into the APC, and so that was horrible. And then and then an EMP blast went off, as if that wasn't enough. So and that just made the whole colony go quiet and lights out everywhere. This huge EMP blast, and from this EMP blast, ships start falling out of the sky. It was really bad as well. And this huge big ship came straight down at them, landed in the snow and just slid through the snow and along the ice straight at them, like action movie style. And they were going to try and get out of there, and they all just failed their mobility rolls by panic instead. And they decided the safest place was going to be aboard the APC. They can't get free of it, so let the APC try and take the impact. So the ship that's just landed smashes into the APC, rolls it a couple of times, and just skids the APC through the snow. And then eventually the hell of that stops, and the damage they sustain from that is taken. And poor Iona, he's lost a leg from this. It's come off. And so they're there once they sort of like come to again, in the midst of all of this, and they're trying to treat him, and they can't treat him, and they can't get him up from 0 HP broken. So they failed that roll, and they're trying to actually save him and cure him from the bleeding out status. They don't appear to be able to think they can save him, and then there's a knock on the door. It's like, okay, answer the door. And they're partly submerged in the snow with this other ship partially on top of them, burying them, the back end of them in, so they're kind of partly slanted into the ground, into the snow, and taking them off road basically, and into this ditch sort of thing. And there's one of the AWOLs standing there, the fourth AWOL. It's Right, and she's there with her sniper rifle. She'd also given sniper rifle cover when the Davids were firing. Got a shot off and took one in the head. So there was that. So they remembered that, but they invited her in, kept a gun trained on her, of course, and she's going to explain what the hell she's doing. And of course they've still got their guy trying to save Iona there, his leg problem. So they need to try and save him. And it was just at that moment that Black Death happened. A terrible, terrible Black Death. And it's basically this massive motherfucker of a ship comes in, blocks out a huge section of the sky, and it just drops this huge black goo bomb thing. If you've seen Covenant, this is what David did to the engineers, people. And you can imagine the effects, and just people suffering, and I explain the way that it's affecting people, and they're writhing and they're mutating and they're dying in awful, horrible, horrible ways. Black tar, and they're ossifying, and there's just all this stuff just all like floating down through the air. It's terrible. And they quickly, pull the the APC door shut, and then once it's passed, they open it up again and see what they're dealing with, and look back at Iona, and it's like, yeah, guys, welcome to Act 3. And in Act 3, that's when things get really bad. Yeah. And I'll see you there at the table.